Hello! So, time for another quick video. I'm getting quite a few questions lately, which is great. It's nice to be able to talk and have something to talk about. Anyway, so the question I was given is from the same lovely lady who asked the very first question that I did in the first Q&A post, which was brilliant. And the question basically was in regards to medication and supplements. So just to go through that. First off was about the medication, if I was taking medication for my type 2 diabetes, and if I was, how that was affected by turning vegan. It's kind of a simple one, this one. I've never been on medication for type 2 diabetes. It was offered to me from day one, and I took the decision I didn't want to go down that route. I want to try and manage it through diet, rather than being reliant on pills. Just eat stuff that I knew was bad for me anyway. It didn't make sense to take a pill just to stay on that path. It was, I don't know, just me. I know other people prefer the pills. The thought of changing a lifestyle can be a difficult thing for a lot of people to deal with. For me, it's really what I wanted to do. So going vegan then didn't really have any impact other than to help improve where I got to in the end. So it was a really great outcome for me. You know, I went from being type 2 diabetic and now I'm on my way to remission. So I have no complaints with making the decision that I made. I do take other medication for a low mood disorder. This is something I've had since my teens, and I was diagnosed with the low mood aspect of it about 5 years ago, and I've been on medication since. Now, my moods, it's hard to judge because I'm obviously still taking the medication, but I do feel better in myself from having gone vegan, and I think that's just down to getting the right nutrients into my body. The low mood disorder that I've got, it's not thoughts or anything like that causes it. It's down to a chemical imbalance. Things like the serotonin in your going through your brain and everything. So to start having the right nutrients and things going into my body in good amounts and good quantities, then that's probably will have a huge improvement on things. It's just going to be a case of looking at it further down the line, speaking with my GP, and the consideration of maybe either reducing my medication or coming off of it. But that's something for much further down the line, because when I go into my low mood, I get anxiety, depression. It's very difficult to handle, and so one step at a time. So regarding supplements, there's only really one supplement that I'm taking, and this is a vitamin B super complex. Now, I wasn't actually taking this for using supplements. I started taking it because a B complex could be quite good for fat loss, and that's why I started taking that initially. I then since found it's got B12 in it, and one of the vitamin deficiencies that come from being vegan is B12 deficiency, and B12 helps your body create new blood cells as old ones die. So without sufficient B12 it can cause problems. However, a lot of people I've spoken to said they don't have this issue and they don't take any B12 supplements. So I think the school of thought is still out there, it's still debated. The best thing I'd say is to follow the diet, and maybe speak to your GP about blood tests at some point to find out how your levels are and if you do have any deficiencies somewhere. From there you can either change up your diet to get those nutrients back in, or you can start taking supplements at that point. I personally believe you're better to do it through diet than to rely on pills, just because the pills will give you, I mean it gives you it, but let's be honest here, having natural nutrients and vitamins coming from natural foods has to be far better for you. So that's my view, that's my thought. But yes, thank you for the question, because I needed something to talk about today, and I will catch you on the next video. Just keep firing the questions in and I will keep answering. I love doing these. Catch you later.